Ladies and gentlemen, I am Melvin Banks.
And this is Ito.
And we are
the Carbonation Conversation,
reviewing Season 2, Episode 8, finale of The Witcher Family. Aww, family. And before we get started to that, shout out to Mo Beats 89. Of course, as always, the background music that you are hearing in the background, as well as the editing when we fuck up, he just puts that shit in the trash real quick and edits that out. And if you ever are interested in the audio editing, music production, logos, and all of that jazz, definitely hit up Mo Beats 89 in the description below. How you doing today, man?
I'm all right.
I see we got some Carlsberg. It's like we went to a town and, got some beer from a guy who was selling them in his garage or something and just decided to name it Carlsberg.
What up, Carl?
But it's a Danish-style Pilsner.
Yeah, so, and it was named after the founder's son, Carl.
Oh, well, all right. Some Carlsberg. Happy New Beer.
Happy New Beer. That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's really, really good.
I remember I had it once before, but it's been a while, so.
Yeah, that's really good. All right, Danish sounds all right. I love your Danishes in Danish. And now the beer is just phenomenal. Okay. And last but not least, the shout out. Shout out to all of our listeners in Chicago, Illinois, Florida, Arkansas, India, and wherever you are listening. Don't hesitate to like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good shit.
Thank you so much for listening. Shout out.
We have made it to the end again. As last we did episode 7, we had is it Valor Mir? That's how you pronounce it? I feel like I'm saying it a little bit better this time. Yeah. Valor Mir was basically going into Ciri as they were going back to Kaer Morhen.
Exactly.
So this episode, and I guess I'm, as you can tell, I'm gonna go to the Ciri and Geralt route this episode. And the reason being because Cintra was such a shocking, spoiler at the ending. We're gonna talk about that. So,
but I mean, the episode starts off with was it Ciri waking up?
Yep, Mousak
and hearing Mousak's voice and stuff. So you already know, okay, she's probably trapped in her mind. You know what I mean? So Mousak's she's all just surprised, even happy just to see him and hear his voice.
Yeah.
So you got to get ready. We got to go to the party.
And it looks like it's actually like the same party that her queen was when she was there, when they kind of introduced everybody. That's what it kind of looks like. Something similar.
Right.
So, she's kind of a little bit shocked. She doesn't really know what to say. But then it kind of cuts, and then you see Valor Mir possessing Ciri, and she's looking at the dagger that Vesemir was talking to Ciri about when they banished her into the forest. This is the dagger that she used to pretty much kill the first Witchers and shit during the battle. So she basically takes the dagger and she goes ham, dude.
Yeah,
I thought everybody was dead.
I thought so too at first.
I was like, how many of them? I'm thinking like
started slaughtering Witchers and shit.
Yeah, just killing them in their sleep. And as they approach, as she approaches Vesemir, she gets stopped by Geralt and Yennefer.
Exactly.
They're on
they
their
just
way
arrived
back to Kaer Morhen. They into it, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
He's not forgiving
She's trying to explain herself, but he's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let's just go. And
we gotta save Ciri.
Yep. And so they end up catching Valor. I'm just gonna call her Valor. I'm not gonna say the whole name. They catch her.
They catch Ciri before, right? But she stops and she tries to blame. Oh, there was an old woman in a black robe, type of thing. And
Geralt is just like...
Geralt's like,
And especially when she says she screamed. Because she's obviously told him what happens when she screams. And he's like, no one woke up when you screamed?
Right.
And then he sees blood on the side of her cheek. And he's just like, what are you? What do you want? And she takes a swipe at him.
Yeah.
And bounces.
Exactly.
She like darts in the night. And so the rest of the Witchers wake up.
Yeah, they wake up, armor up.
Yeah, but he's like, get the potions, go to the potion room. They open the big cabinet and just full of potions, and they are just getting hyped up. They're ready to go. Vasimir's obviously, seen a lot of Witchers already die, so he's ready to kill Ciri at this point.
They're all trying to talk to Vesemir like, no, don't do this. Mm-hmm. That's my child surprise. And then Vesemir is reminding him, hey, what about Eskel? You know what I mean?
Like,
it was the same kind of situation.
And he's just like, but she can be saved. She can be saved. And so she ends up at the
Witcher tree where all the chains are and stuff.
Chains. It's like the memorial. The memorial tree, if you want to call it. And basically all the Witchers kind of converge, but Gerald is first because he's trying to get
he's trying to save that,
and he even offers himself. He says, use me. And she does say something quite interesting. She's just like, man, me and you could do like some hell of a damage, especially with the grief or the sorrow that you have. It's just like, ooh. But you know what? I'm cool.
Yeah.
And she screams and shatters the fucking tree.
The tree breaks. Yeah, it breaks,
like
and then there's a monolith underneath it.
Yeah, that was pretty shocking.
That was crazy to see that. I was like, what?
Shit. And I don't know. I'm assuming at this point, I guess we got to back up a little bit because Yennefer is trying to make up for.
Yeah, Yennefer and Jaskier. They go to the potions room.
Up and she's like, "Hey, get up and help me." He's like, "What? Do you not know I'm a multi-platinum top 2 in the realm right now? My greatest hits." And then basically he ends up helping her. She does give him a stone that says he can like use it, give it to Geralt. He can use it for like balance or something like that. He can right the wrongs.
Turn wrongs into right. Yeah,
exactly. And she's also developing a potion, but she, go give him this, and he walks in on it just when the tree cracks.
Exactly.
He's like, whoa,
He's like, what
whoa, and he's hiding under the bench.
Right.
But anyways, the tree cracks, and then as it was similar to what happened when Geralt was with Estrid, how like the monolith shards went
shattered and kind of flew at them.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought all of the Witchers survived that.
No,
but when
I don't think so.
I heard one, like a couple of them.
Yeah, it was like the first couple got hit right away, and then they started throwing up the force fields. Mm-hmm. They started blocking.
Yeah, and you see, was Triss there as well, or was she already gone?
No, Triss is gone. She's
She's
back
over.
Yeah.
Yennefer, she was. Oh no, I'm thinking of something completely different. Yeah, because Yennefer didn't even have her abilities still.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was just them. With
it was just them with their force fields and stuff.
And then in walks these two big ass. I think they're basilisk, or I think that's what they are. They look like dragons that couldn't fly, like huge lizards, basically, and they wreak havoc. I mean, they made the Witchers.
Oh yeah, these were some new beasts. These are monsters they never faced before.
That is very true. And happy New Beer.
Oh yeah.
You won't hear no glass crack. You won't hear no glass clink, but
you will hear me drinking.
You're goddamn right. But yeah, they're just getting defeated. I was really like, man, is this going to be the extinction? Because the Legion is even gone.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, man? They're just getting decimated here.
Yeah, Geralt still trying to talk to the real Ciri.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, she's in her head. Of course. We can talk about some more of those scenes right now.
Because she's seeing the grandmother. She's just so it seems like she's happy.
Yeah, and she's doing everything. I noticed that
she wouldn't do, like dancing with the boy and all that.
Her grandma is like, oh yeah, I know, I love you. And the grandmother's even looking at
like,
her.
What the hell?
Like, at least they still do have some personality. And she does, from time to time hear Geralt trying to break through. But Valor's just ability is just
just overpowering. It seems like as soon as she does hear Geralt, Valor gives her something else to look at instead. Exactly. Take her mind off.
And it was funny. Fun fact, what I didn't know was every time they were getting decimated, killed, and they were so grieved, her eyes would glow green. I didn't know that's why her eyes were glowing green. But
I guess it was her taking in the pain, taking the pain in. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, and again, the witches are giving them some go. They're trying.
Yeah, well, Vesemir ends up getting close and stabbing her, but it does nothing.
And she heals literally right away.
Yes.
And this is the point where Geralt really, really tries to focus. Yennefer then comes in with the potion, and the potion that she has is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's supposed to make Valor possess her, like take her out of Ciri's body and possess her. Was that
I don't know if that's what that was. I think the potion, she eventually realized that potion wasn't going to work or something like that. She realized what it was. She was just feeding off this pain. Like, everybody be positive instead.
Okay.
So that's when they all kind of gathered. All the witchers gathered, started like, come on, Ciri, you could do it. They were trying to be positive, and then Yennefer ended up just saying, take my body, type of thing.
And that was before you go back in, and Valor even tries to pull out all the stops with Ciri, because Ciri at this point, because she sees the Doppler, that's what it's called in this universe, I believe, the monster, the monster that can pretend to be anybody. Basically,
right.
She sees it and she kind of gets scared, and Valor tries to reel her back into it. And then once she's actually hearing Geralt seriously, clearly she's about to break through, and then she brings out the last result.
She busts out the mom and dad.
I know, and it was just like, hey, you want to leave them? And I even felt for it. Especially when she's just like, yeah, I do have to go. It was extremely difficult. She was just like, don't leave us. Like, they
just like had feelings and stuff.
And it was really crazy. And Ciri wakes. Valor goes into Yennefer.
Yeah, Yennefer sliced her wrists basically and says, take me, type shit.
Sacrifice. And Geralt tells Ciri, we need you to use your magic to transport us into their world so we can basically drop her ass off and come.
Well, yeah, to them, Yennefer was going to leave too. They wanted to send Yennefer over there. They didn't expect her to come back or nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the plan. They was going to take over you. She would sacrifice herself, send me over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought that was just the plan from the get-go.
No,
okay.
With Ciri, when Ciri opened the portal, all three of them went in. They weren't supposed to all three even go in. It was just supposed to send Yennefer.
Okay.
So all three of them ended up going in there. And that's when the Deathless Mother left.
Yep, and she left willingly. And you see the Wild Hunt. And they are deep.
Oh, yeah.
They are deep. And then you see Volodymyr go right behind. She basically completes the flying V that they're doing in the sky. And they basically call out to Ciri.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the specific details in the wording, but they go, Child of Thunder. I'm not, I'm saying, but they basically call her and they say, come join us. And Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer, they get the fuck out of there.
Yep, Ciri takes them out.
And once they're back, they see the remaining witchers, they're tending to their wounds. They're trying to recover because she did
the Deathless Mother.
Yes, the Deathless Mother. She did bring out another Basilisk. That was the third one she brought out, which was the big one, which completely devastated them. So they are just gravely injured.
Oh, yeah.
And Yennefer goes over there with hope in her eyes, and she puts hands on one of them, and boom, she heals him. She has her abilities.
Her powers are back.
And now we're going to see a whole different motherfucking Yennefer next season. I love this. This is so pumped with Yennefer. And Geralt and them are talking about what happened.
Yeah.
And Geralt is just like, so it seems like the monsters technically didn't want to kill you. It just seemed like they wanted to use you as a portal to get back to where they came from. And that's very interesting because how the fuck did Nilfgaard know this before anybody
Exactly.
else?
They knew to come get Ciri before anyone else. Like, she was something special about her.
And that is what gets us to not a long story in Sintra, but a very, very important one. And we can make
before we get there.
I was just about to say we can make a couple of stops along the way. Go ahead.
Well, before even them, you know, with her powers back, Yennefer decides she's going to train Ciri and all that. So, and then Geralt tells Vesemir, we're going to leave. They're going to do their own thing.
You know, I'm glad that you did bring that up because he definitely tells Yennefer that we're bound. You know, he kind of told like we're bound together.
Exactly.
And you know, you may not be able to have kids type of thing, but we can be a family. You know, please train the girl. You're the only one who's gotten through to her.
Right.
You're absolutely right about that. And then he definitely tells Vesemir what he saw. He saw the wild
exactly.
hunt. And basically, it's as if Ciri has a tracker on her body, just in general. Everybody wants her.
Yeah, it's the fact that he wants to kind of keep the Witcher safe, but at the same time keep her safe from the Witchers. Yeah, you know what I mean.
And
so it's a little mixture.
So bad, like they came and just destroyed that entire community. Like, obviously, it was
already a community that was pretty scarce.
I was really hoping that mutagen was actually going to do something. And speaking of the mutagen,
I was about to say that too. It was a quick little thing, but then they did show Riance.
Yes,
apparently did get visited by the boss.
Yes, which I'm surprised
still didn't show who it was.
I'm not that surprised more than anything.
Then they showed Lydia's face all fucked up, talking about, when I feel you again, right?
Girl. You remember that part of Scary Movie when the girl in the bag? It's like, leave it out. Woo! But yeah, I was just like, holy shit. And now we are at Sintra. And I think I was mistaken in episode 7. You did correct me on the Dara part, but I thought they had already left. Are they not in Sintra, Francesca, at this point when Dara is actually Are they still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I was mistaken. I said they left that night after the baby died.
Okay. They did.
Okay, so
they did. So they did have. They are somewhere else. My bad.
And Dar was explaining to them what happened, and obviously he feels bad, but he definitely wants to lead the revolution. It seems like he seems built for it. I mean, what a transformation!
Exactly.
From Dara,
from rat boy to
and
what he is now.
Exactly, and because of the fact that he is telling Francesca this and who basically he was working for, which was it Rodea or Redanian? Where that country is? What
Redania?
Yeah, Redania. Francesca's like, let's take a trip.
Exactly.
And
she just goes by marking babies and
it first started off as a brand, and I was like, oh, she's just branding.
That's what it seemed like, but I knew
she puts her hands down. I was like, she did not kill all. She just
killed all those babies.
Fuck, that's just a point of no return, and I get it. You know, you probably seeing red after your child is lost. Yeah, but fuck. Dude, that was probably more devastating to me than the Frangilla massacre from the previous episode.
That's because it's babies. Yeah, that's definitely, of course.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I think after that happens and they're, I guess, reflecting upon that, that's when Istrid shows up, right?
Yep.
Istrid shows up and tells elves of Ciri.
And you're right. And at first, she don't want nothing to do. Francesca's done. Yeah. She's done fucking with humans at this point. And she don't want nothing to do with them, especially not mages. And she's just saying, kill him. Kill his ass. Yep. And then he says, I believe the word is Annika. I think that's the word.
Hennick hair?
Something. I thought it was like, I don't know.
It's Hennick hair.
Okay, Hennick hair.
The Ithilien prophecy, basically. Mm-hmm. It was basically that's what that translated to.
Yes. And basically he informs Francesca and Filavantrio that Ciri is basically the savior, the one from her prophecy, Ithilaine's prophecy. Is that from Ithilaine's prophecy that the world would get destroyed but reborn with elves, and they would obviously do their thing. I did want to, because I did do some research real quick. Dijkstra is the head of the Redanian intelligence.
Okay.
So he is not.
He's not a mage.
He's not a mage, but he is the head of the intelligence.
So I guess the owl's the mage.
Yeah. So,
Philippa.
Yes, and we got introduced to her. So fine.
She was hot, right?
Yeah, I was like, wow. Hey. And it was funny because what was the last? What did you say the name was?
Her name was Philippa.
Philippa. Okay, cool. Because I was like, damn, what an interesting name too. So that happened there, and at this moment, Frangilla is just finding out about what's going on. I don't think they yet know about what Francesca did in Redania.
Yeah, I don't think
so. But they
either.
know that they basically escaped through the night. And Frangilla's just like, damn, like, I thought me and you were cool, bro. Like, I wanted to help you. I wanted us to do this together. She actually seems really genuine, right, for a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? And Kahira's just like, nah, we can use this to our advantage.
Exactly.
You know
we should tell the White Flame we killed the Elven baby.
And at first I was like, okay. And then Frangilla was like, but I would never do that. And I thought she was giving her that, yeah. Who would think? Yeah. Who would think? Because at this point, we don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's what they do. They pretend. They basically lie.
Yep.
And at this point, are we done? Can we talk about the bombshell now? Is that what's next?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
I think the only other thing that we didn't say is that Tisaya did put a bounty on Ciri's head.
Yes, because they were talking about
anyone who helps, right?
Yeah, it does seem like if they get their hands on Ciri, not only will they probably use her power, but they also gonna marry her the fuck off so they can have Cintra too.
Exactly.
That definitely needs to be stated. And Tisaya was nice enough. Thank you again for bringing up something. Well, she was nice enough to say, and if you keep her safe, because originally they was just like, we just gonna put a bounty out on her.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, but let's put another bounty to keep her safe as well. So that was a nice thing that Tisaya did. Okay, so now King Amir.
Yep, Emperor Amir shows up. The White Flame. They're like, you don't see him yet. As he's walking in there, Frangilla and Kahir behind him just talking like, yeah, we did it. We had to do what we had to do.
And he just basically like, yeah, you guys are liars. The only way to get the elves to do what I wanted them to do was to basically kill the baby. And that's why I ordered.
Killing the baby was the best path to finding my daughter. And then he turns around and it's fucking Ciri's dad.
I have so many problems.
My number one is, where's the mom?
Like, I'm like, and I'm not even saying like, I'm not saying like bad problems. Like, I'm like, oh, I hated it. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Because
and it explains why Nilfgaard knew about her first.
Exactly. But it's like, the last time we did see Nilfgaard back in the day when Queen Calanthe was shitting on him, apparently at that time, was Pavetta even there? They were dead by then, supposedly, right? When she was shitting on Nilfgaard in front of... No, that was when Pavetta was there. That's when he was the hedgehog, right? Yeah, that was not a surprise. But after that, apparently, they died on the boat. So I'm just so interested, like, did Queen Calanthe try to do some extra shit on the boat again? Did she try to kill maybe Nundi and them, and as a result Pavetta died, and so he was just like
out for vengeance now?
Like, because other than that, like, bro, he's done some horrible ass shit.
Because Nilfgaard's done some bad stuff. So that's him. Like, he's an emperor. Like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? Like, how many years? Hasn't been that many damn years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many years has it been? Do you know?
I think it couldn't have been
was she a baby when they died? A baby? When they apparently died?
Yeah, okay. So the best way to do it is from series age, right?
Yeah,
Seriously, looks like she's about like 10, 12, right?
Or
like
she's 13 to 15, right?
But yeah, so it had to be at most 8. Maybe 10.
I would say 10 years, probably.
Yeah, you give that shit 10 years before.
Well, yeah, a lot of stuff can get done in 10 years.
And I mean,
but to become Emperor of Nilfgaard, it's like, it's got to be a whole other story to that.
And that's why the only other thing I got, honestly, is he knew all along, and he planned this from day one. Ever since he got the Lost Surprise, he was already a Nilfgaardian, and then when he became the Hedgehog, he needed somebody to fall in love with him. And maybe I don't know. That's all I got. I'm just like, maybe he's playing.
He's just throwing shit out there.
Game.
Something going
exactly.
on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's just playing such a fucking long game.
Because I mean, in the beginning, he seemed, officially genuine. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. I felt like something happened that we don't know about. You know what I mean? Of course, it's got to wait till season 3.
Yeah.
So it's not. I feel like there is no explanation. We just got to wait till what they say. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and that's so interesting. So, how did you feel about this season? I heard a little bit of a fan backlash. I like the season.
No, if you read the books and everything, what I hear it's completely not the same. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Probably the first episode where they had the story with the guy that they visited, his
Nephilim?
boy,
I believe Melvin or something like that. Yeah, I know.
That's probably the one story they said it was in the books. Everything else they changed like crazy. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it very much, but I didn't read the books. Yeah. And even if I did, I feel like I still would have enjoyed it because I feel like I like where they're going with it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that was just like when me and you were having a back and forth about Uncharted and playing the video games, and I didn't know anything about it. Shout out to our Uncharted review. Take a listen to that. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I think I enjoyed this season more than the first season.
Okay.
I actually like the fact that Yennefer's character was the way it was in this season. She was kind of she was powerless. Was stripped because in that first season she was just. Oh yeah, she
basically got humbled.
Yeah, season, exactly. So I definitely enjoyed it. Other than that, and definitely looking forward to it. Maybe we'll come back on here for some brief Witcher news, or maybe I'll just do that by myself. I did mention a couple of episodes earlier that there is an animated movie or some shit about The Witcher. Maybe we'll do a brief review off of that. But other than that, we're about to be on to our newest show coming soon, Archive 81. And we'll be definitely reviewing that next. That's an Ito's pick, and we're gonna get it in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Melvin Banks.
This is Ito.
We are
the Carbonation Conversation.
Thanks for joining us on this ride. Peace. We love you.